Hi, I'm Tiffany with the Neighs, and this is our mare Peyton, and as you can see, she's a little bit of a goof. But we wanted to chat with you today in our video. If you're thinking about getting horses and you live in the Prescott area, or maybe you're coming to the Prescott area and you're going to bring horses with you, you're wondering what it's like to have them here. So we're going to answer all of your questions in today's video, and maybe Peyton will even get involved a little bit. Don't forget, if you like what would be content we're making, make sure you hit that subscribe and like button down below. Maybe you're considering a move to Prescott with your horses, or maybe you already live in Prescott and you're considering adding some horses to your family. Horses definitely fulfill our lives and bring so much joy, and you want to make sure that you're giving the same joy back to the animals that we love and care for, and make sure that they have a happy, healthy place to call home. And you're wondering, are they going to love it in Prescott too? Well, I can tell you from firsthand experience that ours do, and here are the reasons why. Number one reason why they will love it here. There are several horse communities dedicated to the horse owners and making sure that horses have happy, healthy lives here. You have large acreage properties in Prescott Valley, in Chino Valley, Paulden, even in Prescott proper, Williamson Valley area. We have several communities to choose from. There's even some gated communities like American Ranch that has a community barn and an indoor covered arena, and bridle path trails throughout the community, which is a great amenity to have. You could board there. There's a full-time manager of the barn there. You can use the facilities. It's all part of the HOA membership in that community, but it's a gorgeous place, kind of in Williamson Valley at the base of Granite Mountain. Beautiful views and just a beautiful area to call home. You can even buy a lot. There's homes that are already built in there, but you can buy vacant land in there. There's still a few lots available and construct your own home. And the parcels, some of them are large enough that you could build a private barn on your own parcel if you don't feel comfortable having your horses stabled or boarded in a community space like a community barn. Another great place for horse communities is out in Prescott Valley. We have Coyote Springs, Paquito Valley, Saddleview, Prescott Ridge, Legend Hills. There's a couple brand new communities that are coming up as well, and lots of places to choose from if you're considering having horses or you want room for them in the future. Here's some video of the covered arena and the amenities out at American Ranch as well. And you can see it's a horse savvy community, and most people in there have horses or a love of them, I should say, too. Williamson Valley is another area, which is where American Ranch is located. Large parcels out there, anywhere from 2 acres up. Plenty of room to build, your beautiful indoor arenas and barns and outdoor arenas too. But there's plenty of room for that on those parcels in that area. Reason number 2 your horses will absolutely love it is there's hundreds of miles of trails for horseback riding. Just in the Prescott National Forest alone, there's 21 trails, and they range from easy to moderate, and they range anywhere from 3 miles up to 55 miles. The other thing that's really cool in the Prescott area that we have is we have Groom Creek Horse Camp, and it's a campground for horse people who you can only camp there if you're bringing your horse. There's 30 campsites and there's trails around. They have corrals on site that you can, have your horses in overnight, and you can ride out in the morning. It's a super cool thing to check out. That's in the Groom Creek area, also in the Prescott National Forest. Number 3 reason, huge horse show community. We have the Scottsdale Arabian Show, Arizona Cutting Horse Association, Chino Valley Cowboy. We have the Arizona Hunter Jumpers Association. You name it, there's a discipline here. From hunter jumpers, dressage, and eventing, all the way through all the English disciplines. If you're really big into the hunter jumper circuit or eventing or dressage, there are a lot of shows throughout the entire state. So weather dependent, there's a lot of stuff that happens in Scottsdale which is only about a 90-mile drive down the I-17, and you can show on that A-rated circuit. And when it gets hot in the Phoenix Valley or in the Scottsdale Valley, you head up into the Prescott area, you head up into Flagstaff, and they have the summer show series. So there's definitely a lot of shows that can be had and competed in our area, or in a short drive as well. So if there's not something going on locally that strikes your fancy, you can head out. Flagstaff's an hour and a half. If you're in a Western discipline, reining, cutting, barrels, roping, this is kind of the mecca for that. The Cutting Horse Association has a huge show series, the Cactus Show Series down in Scottsdale every year, that takes everybody on to the Road to a Million, which occurs in Vegas, which is only about a 4-hour drive from Prescott. So if you're big into cutting horses, then there's definitely a big scene for that here. Roping and barrels, we have a ton of barrel racers and ropers in our area. There's some big arenas in the area, some trainers in the area that specialize in that discipline, or those disciplines, I should say. And so this is definitely a pretty well-known area for that. If you're big into reining, we have a big reining circuit in Wickenburg, which is probably about an hour and a half away, which isn't that far of a drive, and people will go out there for the weekend, hit a show, and then head back to Prescott. So it's nice that all of those things are right here in our neighborhood or in our backyards within an hour and a half away. If you're into roping, there's a lot of people that are in the roping scene here too. And so that's definitely something to check out if that is the discipline that you enjoy. We even have breed-specific shows. So there's a lot of quarter horse shows, a Scottsdale Arabian show, paint shows, you name it, it's here. Number 4, we have the world's oldest rodeo that occurs every 4th of July in Prescott. It's a huge, huge rodeo. People from all over the West Coast and maybe even the country come out to check out the Prescott Rodeo, and it's just a fun time. It runs a few days, and it's great just to watch. They have a cowboy competition where you have a horse loaded in a trailer, you unload the horse, you tack him up, you take off, you rope a cow, and then you untack and load back into the trailer and see who has the fastest time. So it's just a blast. We take our kids out there every year, and they have a fair and a little carnival too. Number 5, we have amazing local feed stores here.
All right, if you're coming to Prescott area with animals, here we are at Olson's Grain. This is your feed store. They've got everything. They've got hay, they've got feed, they've got tack, they've got a grain barn, you name it, they've got it. Olson's Grain here in Chino. They've got 2 locations. So if you're in Prescott or Chino Valley, this is probably your closest location. If you're in the east side, Prescott Valley, Dewey, Humboldt, they've got another location in Dewey. Check them out, Olson's Grain.
As Shawn mentioned, we have Olson's Grain, our favorite feed store. We have the big guys too. We have a Tractor Supply. We have Cal Ranch with a second location coming in Prescott Valley soon, but Olson's is probably our favorite as we like to support local, and then Cal Ranch is a close second. But it's nice to have choices. Number 6, we have many youth groups from Pony Club to 4-H in our area. We have those horse crazy kids as well. And so it's nice that our community has something for them to get involved with the animals. There's the show circuit for the youth. There's 4-H, which is great for them to get involved with. We have Pony Club, which is super cool, depending on what discipline you like. Either 4-H or Pony Club is there. And I think it's great because it just teaches them responsibility for somebody other than themselves at a young age. And we just love that that's part of our community here. Here's a big bonus. We have a veterinarian care we have the most amazing veterinarian care in our area. We have a veterinarian school down in Tucson, which I think just produces top-notch vets in our area. Another thing too is we don't have the super green lush pastures, so the cases of founder and thrush, we still have them on occasion, but they're definitely not as prevalent as you would see in more of a green high grass area. We're a super horse-friendly community. It's not uncommon that you'll see somebody ride their horse to the local store. In fact, some of the council members in Chino Valley would ride their horses to the meetings in the past. So it's definitely not uncommon to see that. We just love our horses here. They're part of our lives, and as you can see, it's a horse community. If that's something you're wanting to do or a place that you're wanting that feel, this is definitely something to check out. As an added bonus, we asked some local horses what their opinion was, and here's what they had to say. Peyton, can you tell our viewers what you think about living in Prescott? Do you like it here? Are you a happy horsey? Mr. Quigley, how do you like living in Prescott?